Secretary of Defense. What are we doing? You guys are putting lipsticks on a pig, and you're making America less safe. And the right wing in MAGA is doing this for Pete Hegseth.
Okay.
You're making this country less safe just because you're bending the knee to Donald Trump, and he wants a lapdog, who, by the way, I'll agree with Dave on this, who's good on TV.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to do.
Come to Michael.
Pierce Morgan and Michael Knowles on there. They get big names on. Pierce is getting the biggest of big names on this, crossing all type of echo chambers. We got woke left versus Michael Knowles. Daily Wire. Michael Knowles is a very bright dude. He recently had Nala on his show. I want to do a react to that. But right now, let's talk about Pete Hegseth. And I want to look at the dynamic also with the debate. We don't see Michael Knowles in these type of debate type formats very often. He's a formidable foe on the Pierce Morgan Uncensored show. Let's get back to it. Michael Knowles, what do you got to say?
National security for Pete Hegseth.
Okay.
Release the woman from the NDA. I want to hear from the woman. Secretary of Defense, let's defend women for Pete Hegseth.
You made your point.
That's my take.
You made your point. Any negatives while we're at it?
He works
out. It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. You haven't actually taken that seriously. Let me bring Michael in here. I mean, look, a whole litany of stuff there, almost all of which was put to Pete Hegseth. I thought he actually batted away all of that stuff. We got a clip actually of him batting away one. Let's take a look.
All they were out to do, Mr. Chairman, was to destroy me. And why do they want to destroy me? Because I'm a change agent and a threat to them, because Donald Trump was willing to choose me, to empower me, to bring the Defense Department back to what it really should be, which is warfighting. So I'm willing to endure these attacks. But what I will do is stand up for the truth and for my reputation. False attacks, anonymous attacks, repeated ad nauseum, printed as nauseum, as facts. We have provided to the committee, Mr. Chairman, and I know you're going to share, on the record statement after on the record statement from people who have served with me, worked with me at Fox News, Concerned Vets, Vets for Freedom, you name it, from the top of the chain to the bottom, who will say, I treat them with respect, with kindness, with dignity. That's men, that's women, that's black, that's white, that's every background. I have prided myself as a leader of respecting people, being professional.
Michael, I thought that was quite an effective response, really, because a lot of it is just innuendo, hearsay, unsubstantiated allegation. Other stuff has been settled, as Wajahat says. That's not uncommon in America. It's incredibly common for people to do NDA settlements or whatever with no blame or liability attached. Where do you sit with this? I mean, it looks like Hegseth is going to get...
I don't know about you. That's not common.
Sorry?
That's not common, not for me. I don't know about you, but that's not common.
I'm not saying for you or me.
There's a police report where I sexually assaulted a woman and I signed her to an NDA. In America,
that kind of settlement is not uncommon, is my point. Just generally, in the American system, a lot of things get settled that way without any admission of liability or wrongdoing, which is the case with Pete Hegseth. Michael, where do you sit with this?
Well, so much of what Wajahat just said is not true, or as you point out, Pierce, is completely unsubstantiated, like the allegations that Pete Hegseth shows up drunk to work. Excuse me one second, Wajahat. I've been on that morning show with Pete a number of times. I've been in studio with him a number of times. The only thing you could accuse Pete of is being too alert and energetic. I found it overwhelming, actually, while I was there, tired, trying to dust the sand out of my eyes. But you suggest that the graduate of Princeton and Harvard, who for decades has been in the U.S. military, served his country honorably, that he's somehow unqualified to work at the Pentagon. The most egregious accusation you make against him, though, is that he's an extremist because he has a tattoo. Could you tell us what the tattoo is?
The tattoos specifically, I did not make the allegation that he's an extremist. It was actually
you
his
repeated the
fellow
allegation.
colleague
So what's
who
the
called
tattoo?
him as an insider threat.
Yeah, right. So what's the tattoo?
I can tell you. It says
it was his fellow
colleague.
colleague.
Let Wajahat answer, because Wajahat raised the tattoo.
Go ahead.
Wajahat, it's a fair question. What is this tattoo that you're so upset about?
It was his colleague. Wait. Two things.
Look at Michael Knowles. He's intense. That is not a guy I would play around with in a debate. I respect Michael Knowles a lot. I wish Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles, Brett Cooper, of course, left, and Candace Owens started their own Daily Wire. I would go back and subscribe. I would pay $10 a month for that content, whatever content they have back in the scenes, just to even support that group. Basically, get rid of Ben Shapiro and Jeremy Boring and the Wilkes brothers. You guys are big now, and it's sad to see, to me, Michael Knowles and Matt Walsh be restricted by that Daily Wire umbrella. Let's get back to the clip. Matt Walls, he's like a guy who just made a chess move, and he's watching the fallout from it.
But John, hang on. Simple question. What is this tattoo that you're so upset about?
I wasn't the one upset about it. I was talking about his fellow colleague. This is exactly what I said. His fellow.
Michael Knowles laughed. He's like, got him. He's like, well, number one, I don't think you know what the tattoo is. Or maybe you do know what it is and you don't want to say what it is. Michael Knowles has a smile on his face. Dave Rubin. They're all like, and Piers Morgan's like, huh, bruh? You stepped into waters you weren't ready for. I'm telling you, man, I don't think he knows how good Michael Knowles. I guarantee you. Because on the left, there's a lot of things they don't follow. They don't know how good it is, how good some of these people are on the right or the conservative side.
Do you know what it was?
In the U.S. Army, called him out as a potential insider threat.
Well, what is the tattoo?
The tattoos on his chest.
What is the tattoo?
Also, I called him an extremist based upon his own book. Read the book.
What is the tattoo?
His own words.
If you don't know what the tattoo is, just admit it.
Oh my Lord! Listen,
would you
what
like
is
to
it?
tell you what the tattoo is?
I want to, wait.
No, I'm genuinely intrigued. Do you know what it is or not,
we got a
Vajaya?
panelist.
This is getting awkward.
Vajaya, do you know what it is or not?
She hasn't spoken yet. A woman hasn't spoken yet.
She's going to come. She's going to answer the question you're not answering. Final question to you, Vajaya.
I did answer it, but
final chance.
I got my colleague right here.
Be honest. Be honest, Vajaya. Do you actually know what that tattoo is or not?
Listen, what I do know is I read his book, and in his book, if you read it, called American Crusade, in his book, wait a second.
Be honest.
His book.
Be honest.
I am. Look,
ironically,
you guys are putting lipstick on a pig
no one's going to crucify you if you don't know the answer.
Trump,
but do you know the
putting
answer?
our national security at risk for Pete Hegseth. I am telling you everything, and you guys are finding ways to spin. Why are you guys okay with a man who has an NDA with a woman that he allegedly sexually assaulted?
Do you know what the tattoo is that you got so upset about?
It was his colleague. His colleague called him out as an insider threat, not me. His colleague. And I also said, go to his book, read his words.
But just to be clear, Vajaya, you haven't got
repeat stuff. I am too extreme from the U.S. military. Pete Hexett's own words. Why are you okay with that, Michael?
Vajaya, you don't know,
Michael, why are you guys okay with that?
You don't know,
literally in his book, American Crusade, he says he's too extreme for the U.S. military.
You don't know, do you?
Oh my gosh! All right, let's look it up right now.
I'd also love to know the names
don't look it up. Don't look it up. Let's go back to Michael. Michael, hang on, Michael. We gave him his chance. He obviously has no idea. Michael, what is the answer?
This falls along a threat as an insider threat.
I've gone back to Michael now.
2021 pegged Pete Hegseth as a potential insider.
You had 98 chances to.
I'm going to give you my takeaway from this. It's not going to be about Pete Hegseth or anything like that. It's going to be about debates. Wait till just another 50 seconds, Michael Knowles. Just let the stage on fire here.
So he failed the test. Sorry, I'm going to Michael. I'm going to Michael. Don't talk over each other. Michael.
The tattoo in question is called a Jerusalem cross. That this is a medieval Christian symbol, goes back a long time. In fact, at Jimmy Carter's funeral, there was a Jerusalem cross on the floor of the cathedral and on the program for the funeral. There's one other tattoo that some have suggested could be extremist. It's the phrase Deus Vult, which is a medieval Christian slogan, a long traditional slogan that refers to God's will, and it goes back a long way. These are very traditional, very mainstream Christian symbols that not only are not extreme in any way, but which even the people who want to accuse him of extremism couldn't possibly name. That is pathetic.
All right.
Wow. One more time.
Finish him.
Damn, that's one of the more awkward clips. And my takeaway is I'm not into this debate culture, man, like that. I love to have discussions. Anybody come, let me know. If you want to have a discussion, we'll do it live, whatever. Because I know I don't know a lot, and I don't care that I don't know a lot. And if you have a better take, my take will change, and I will adapt to the best take. I don't care if you're left, right, libertarian, or whatever else. And what's happening here is the woke leftists can't admit. So if you ask me, I don't even know. If you ask me a gotcha question, I'm going to say, I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know. Okay, let's keep moving. It could be the most simple thing. Just have authentic discussion. That's what people are yearning for. And this wokeist who just got ate alive by Michael Knowles, he represents the worst of the left. The disingenuous left.
The next clip is ready below. Welcome to After Show Carnage.